Hey everybody, Ben, Somerville Gardener, and today I'm planting strawberries. I went to Lowe's and got 2 of these strawberry Ozark Beauties. It looks like there's 10 plants supposed to be in each one of these, so I figured I'd do a little test and try 2 different ways of planting these to see which one works better. And I'm hoping I can get through this before it rains. First step's gonna be soaking them in water. I've got a nice bucket of rainwater here with some pine pollen and other nastiness in here, and my wife's favorite colander. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take this colander and set it right inside the bucket so they don't drown in there and disappear. And next I'm going to reach down in the bag and pull out this big clump of roots, which may or may not be rubber banded together. I'm gonna check that here in just a second because we're gonna want these separated. Yep, there's rubber band. So I'm gonna very carefully take that rubber band off. And now with that rubber band off, I'm gonna gently separate these just a little bit and toss them in the water. Something like this. And just try and get those to be teased apart just a little bit. And I'll show you one of them real quick. So right here, you've got the crown right up top and the roots down below. And these are very wiry and stiff, and they're not gonna be very easy to work with when they're in their dry state. So I'm gonna stick them in here for about an hour or so and just let them soak up the water and try and bring them back to life. Wow, there's one really big one right there. I like it when you get one really nice big crown. And in goes the second one. So there should be about 20 strawberry plants in here now. Get those teased apart real quick. Should be 20 of them in here right now. Go ahead and let them soak for a couple hours, and as long as my rain holds off, I'll be back here shortly to get these planted in 2 different ways. Now that I've got these soaked for a good long time, go ahead and separate these things out. One, there's that nice big one. That only counts 16. I think I got shorted a little bit. Unless they're counting that as one. Let's see if there's any more hiding in here. I don't think that one should count though. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, yep, I bet you they're counting that one as well. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4 makes 20. Just make sure you get them all pulled apart real nice. Next thing I'm gonna do is go to these roots right here and just trim them down to just a few inches each. A good measurement is about the width of your hand. Anything extra is just too much. So I'm gonna go through here, clip all these down to about 4 fingers wide. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is take this big, huge tray of, well, I've used this many times before to start new seedlings and things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and fill these little cups up with some jungle growth, get these things placed inside. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm gonna start with my nice little cup of dirt here. Open a nice little hole in the center of it, about like so. Go ahead and take my big old root clump on this massive one. Try and keep them spread out as much as I can while shaking that dirt back down. Give it a little shake, and the crown, you want to stay above the soil level. You don't want to bury the crown. Something about like that. So just the crown is poking out the top. I'm gonna go do this about 9 more times, and I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, now I've got 10 of these nicely potted up. I'm gonna go ahead and get these watered, and then the other 10 I'm going to plant straight into the ground because I've got to do everything 2 different ways just to see which way works best, and obviously this is probably gonna work the best, but who knows? Maybe these will go slower, maybe they'll be faster, maybe the other ones will root a little bit quicker, better. This is what I'm here to find out. Now, just to make sure that everything is as equal as possible, I'm gonna leave the ones in trays sitting right out next to my little peach tree here, because the peach tree here is eventually going to be shading. Well, okay, so not very well right now, but when it grows up, stop making fun of my peach tree. It's had a rough life. It's eventually going to be shading 1/2 of the strawberries over here. It's gonna be the straight in the ground, and those over there are gonna get planted in the ground after a couple weeks once they start growing. And that way we can see which ones grow quicker, faster, better, and of course make more strawberries. So to make these as equal as possible, I'm going to put in a little bit of jungle growth with each one of these plantings and just kind of space them evenly around. And I'm pretty sure there's already jungle growth in this little mound right here that you see. It might not be very easy to see that this is a mound right here, how it slopes. But there's quite a bit of jungle growth in here under just a few inches of the mulch that's all over. So I'm just gonna make a little hole, add about a scoop or so of jungle growth. We'll call that 2 scoops, just like Raisin Bran. And then go ahead and put in my roots, making sure to keep the crown above that dirt level. And I'll just spread the mulch around just a little bit. Leave a little pocket right there so it's not getting overly crowded. I'm gonna go ahead and do 9 more of these, and I'll be right back with you. And there we go. There's all 10 of them planted in their little holes. Tried to make sure the best I could that I was getting the crown right up here above the ground level, which that is a lot more difficult when you're trying to do it in ground. It was way easier to do them in those little buckets. So I'm gonna give everything a good rinsing, make sure it's good and watered, because they may have dried out just a pinch while I was trying to film and put all this together. But I'll get all this watered up real nice and check back in just a week or 2, see how it's going. Now I'm sure you're thinking, this is the point in the video where you're just gonna pop on and say, after a couple weeks of watering, look at all the flowers and stuff that have started to form on these strawberries already because they're just so huge and massive, right? Well, unfortunately, it's not just not bad, it's worse. You see, not only did my in-ground plantings not ever amount to anything, although I tease myself and think that this one, yeah, it kind of did. No, it didn't. It's not just that bad. Even the ones I planted in the cups, well, they're not doing anything at all. They also appear to be just as dead as the day that I bought them. So I thought, hey, maybe it's just I did something wrong. Maybe I just put it in the wrong spot. Maybe they didn't like to be in the full sun location. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. So I rechecked the internets, and I did it a second time just to make sure my failure was complete. Because the only thing better than doing something wrong the first time is doing it wrong twice, right? I'm pretty sure these things were just dead when I bought them. So I did the only thing that a rational gardener could ever think of doing. I cheated. I went to Lowe's and got me a sweet berry strawberry and a, I don't know what it is, strawberry. And I have no idea if these are June bearing, ever bearing, no clue, none whatsoever. And that's the fun of it. And as you can see from my nice little growing plant collection here at the little mini nursery thing I got set up, that I'm gonna plug it right here to like and subscribe this video so that you can see more of my goofy content. Because there's no telling what else I'll end up bringing home. I did get a double, oh hey, there's a strawberry right there on that one. I didn't even see that. I did get a double batch of them. I thought this one had some white flowers on it. Oh man, I didn't even notice this was a different strawberry. So maybe I got 3 different kinds of strawberries. What's the 4th one? So the 4th one is also a sweet berry strawberry. So I'm not sure what this other one is. I thought they were all the same. They were right next to each other on the shelf. I just kind of assumed that they were all the same. But this one's a strawberry like looking like that. And this is a strawberry that looks like that. I don't know what the difference in them is. I'm really kind of hoping that it's just they use a different tag, but how often does that happen? So now I'm gonna take these and go ahead and throw these in the ground. And if you look down through here, you can see from the crowns, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 plants in this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4 in this one, maybe 5. Maybe, nope, that's 4. And over here in this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, wait. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So I'm just gonna go with there's 4 in each one of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4, yep. So the good news is I know that I definitely have 2 different varieties and I've got 2 different things of each and I've got 2 different plants of each. So I may as well plant these in 2 different locations each. Makes sense to me. And as much as I like having this as my little nursery staging area, I'm starting to think that I'm going to put 2 of these right here by this loquat. Because strawberries closer is better than strawberries far away, right? Or maybe I'll put them over here by the other loquat. I'll make that decision later. Because I do know that for sure, I want some strawberries right here around my peach tree. Which is looking better, right? Yeah? I think we can all get behind that. It's looking better than last time you saw it. So now this video is going to change into not how do I do bare root, but how do I separate? I bought it from the store and now I'm going to separate them. Kind of a video. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Do I want to just have one on one side and one on the other side, or do I want to mix these up just a bit? And I think I like the idea of just mixing it up a little bit. And since I've already got a few holes already done, let's stick 2 of each on one side and 2 of each on the other. There we go. Now you got a little bit better of a view. Let's start off with doing the white ones first, the strawberries. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of them up here where I've already got this hole right here kind of dug, and one out over here where I've already kind of got this hole dug, and do some alternation of them. And since that one's out far on this side, let's put this one down here, move this guy out the way, and move this out the way, because those aren't any good anymore. And put this one kind of far away up over here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of alternating. And then I'm going to also very carefully stick my hand right in here in the middle and just tip her upside down. That was a lot easier than I thought. Then I just need to peel this thing apart, nice and gently like. Just rip it in half and then rip this in half again. There we go. Now I can plant one here and one here. Let's give that a bit of jungle growth. Just to make sure that it's got lots of room for those roots I just ripped apart to feel out into. But before I do that, let me go ahead and rip this sucker off. Put that one there, that one there. Be gentle. Just give this one a few handfuls of extra loving jungle growth. Stand it up a little bit. I'm gonna see what I can do. Take this runner right here, kind of put these runners down underground just a little bit, like so. Give another scoop or two. Yeah, two looks good. And then hopefully this crown right here, being just slightly buried, we'll start up a whole new plant all on its own. A little bit of mulch to retain some moisture. I'm gonna call that one done. I'm gonna do this 3 more times. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pre-dig some of these holes just to kind of show the little alternating theme I'm gonna try and go with on this. Ooh, wow, this is gonna have to be a big one. These wood chips are going a lot deeper right here. What is going on in this spot? 6 inches of wood chips? Wow, that's a lot of wood chips. I think I found hit pay dirt. Ooh. All right, let's see if we can find a nice big chunk to put in here. Do one more right here. That should be good. And here's a nice up close and personal view of what it looks like to separate some of these strawberries. You very carefully, wow, it's got a lot of strawberries in there already. Probably have to pick those off anyway, just make sure that the plants start growing in their new home real good. I'm gonna very carefully wiggle my hand into here, flip her upside down, yank that off, and then proceed to just rip this thing apart. There we go. Rip number 1. Come on. Gotta be careful of those runners. We want to keep as many of those runners as possible. Just yank this apart right here. That should be good. Oh, another runner. Runner to the other side. And one more time, just, ooh, that one's easy peel. Very nice. And when I'm planting these, I'm trying to make sure that this crown right here stays above the soil level or above the top layer here. I don't know how well these runners are going to root into straight wood chips, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna see anyway. If you subscribe, you'll see too. Grab a couple scoops of jungle growth, just so I can kind of stand this guy up a little bit. Probably gonna get at least 1 more scoop. Make it a big scoop. Maybe 2. See what I can do to get this crown right there, and then cover it up with some wood chips. Hopefully it'll take root right there and start up a new strawberry going that way. And then we'll sit this one right here at the corner, give it some wood chips, so hopefully it starts rooting down there too. Go ahead and use wood chips to cover up the last little bits of exposed soil. Keep those roots nice and cool. And now check this out. Here's the cool thing. The wood chips are going to keep the root zone of the strawberry cool. And as this tree continues to grow, it's going to create a nice little shade canopy, helping keep the root zones cool and make sure that the strawberries here aren't overheating too bad. And in turn, they're going to create a nice little, well, not only a nice little flavorful treat for us, but also a little shady zone for the root zone of this peach tree right here. So everything's going to kind of work together. And now that I have 8 good living strawberry plants now, I'll go ahead and water these guys in, give them a bit of love and attention, see what I can do to keep these things alive, and see just how long it takes them all to intermix. And then as these runners start to take root around different places, I know from the start I've got a red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. It's kind of like a pattern, I guess. Get these guys watered in, and we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully they'll mix in together, give me lots of random berries, and then maybe they'll start, I don't know, give me pink berries. Pink flowers? Probably pink flowers. They'll all be red berries. All right, what am I gonna do with all these extra cups of dirt with dead strawberries in them? Let's see here. Since I didn't show you this before, there's my now 2 trays of, like, I swear I did these all right. The crown's above ground. This one stayed mostly shady during the day. I think this one almost tried to live, but then died. I went to a different store trying to find more bare root strawberries that would actually survive. So I do want to have a variety of strawberries, just don't know what I did here. Sometimes it's not what you did. Well, it is. You bought dead stuff. I bought dead stuff. I do that sometimes. Happens to everybody. I just realized I didn't find any earthworm gems out there when I was doing the strawberry planting. I always find an earthworm gem. He likes to wiggle and ask for subscriptions. Huh. Weird. Oh, you know what? This is like the worst way to do an ending, I think, by saying keep your thumbs green, pests away, and know that you are appreciated. But that was a kind of a black thumb thing right there. Either way, just make sure that you keep your thumbs green, pests away, and know that you are appreciated. Well, hey, since you guys are already here, you're still here, Why are you still here? May as well take a look at some of my blackberries I got growing here. Check out how big that blackberry is. There's another one. There's a big old handful of them down there. And if someone can just pause the video right here and give me a count, how many blackberries do you see? Hang on, let's go around to the other side. Yeah, because over here on this other side, there's some that are actually edible, just about. Whoa, look at that guy. That's a big one. Got some hide back over here. Look at them all. Look at them go, look at them go. Take a look right down this branch right here. Oh man, we're gonna have a lot of blackberries to eat. Lots of blackberries. Not gonna be fighting over blackberries this year. Nope, everybody's gonna get their fill of blackberries. Even the birds probably. You know they're gonna get some.